previously I'd made a set of wings very early in the build, but that was because she was going to be cut off the stands that needed to be electro polished, and the wings need polishing as well. The dilemma is going to be, after having gone to so much trouble to make sure she was set perfectly and her orientation was right, is could I reassemble her without losing that positioning? Fortunately, the stand that I made to hold the actual frames holds them in exactly the right position. So basically all I've got to do is use a set of mole grips to actually clamp her back onto those frames, tack it in place, and then before I sort of weld it all up, just make sure that, you know, she is actually hanging true and exactly how I want her to be positioned. So I managed to weld it up in place absolutely fine. The wires that you can see sticking out from her elbows are actually wires to create the muscles of her forearms around. Because I've used rod rather than the twisted materials you normally use for the skeleton, it's very difficult to get wrapped wire around it without it sliding up and down. So I've actually just created a bit of a frame so I could actually assemble the sort of muscles around those wires. Just because of the nature of this design, the hands are going to become a sort of focal point. So I want to be able to define exactly where the ends of her fingers are. And the only thing I could sort of really think of was to actually weld fingernails onto the end. I'm only showing you a fraction of creating the fingernails. I must have messed about for the best part of a day trying different designs, different ways of adhering them to the hand. In the end, I actually managed to find a way of welding them on, and then I could start the build proper. So the next part is to flesh out the figure, manage the proportions, which is a little bit difficult given that I can't sort of quite get in because of these stands. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel to see more.